how VR and AR, MR is differentiating is all the other 8 technologies will focus on making the machine smarter, but VR, AR, MR will make the human smarter. Like it will give the hands-on experience to the user, which will be more benefited in key performance index. And so extended reality, XR. Under the umbrella of XR, VR, AR, and MR will come. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. So these are, if I refer to XR, that is VR, AR, and MR. So these are some revenue potential boost by 2030. These are not drafted by me. These are available in the internet. The PwC, which is a famous portal for case studies, they have shared in their portal, like in product, service, and development, and in healthcare, this much of revenue will come if they adopt the Industry 4.0 VR, AR, and MR. So what is virtual reality? Virtual reality is a digitally created synthetic environment. Like once the user wears the headset, he will teleport to that location. He will disconnect from the real world. Like there are many devices for virtual reality. Oculus Quest and HTC is widely using. Industries are widely using that. So if somebody give you mobile phone and term that as virtual reality, that is not VR. VR is always experienced through the head-mounted display. Some device you need to wear. And augmented reality. Augmented reality you can experience through mobile phones or tablet, and some of the augmented reality you have goggles like this. This is HMT, head-mounted tablet. And augmented reality is on top of real world. You will augment some model. I will show you demo, and that time you will understand better. And almost mixed reality and augmented reality is same. Like it is referred to as high and AR. It is merging the real world and augmented world. It is experienced as of now in the market. For mixed reality, only one device is there, that is Microsoft HoloLens, and Magic Leap is not widely used by industries. Yeah. Yes, now I'll move on to demo. Any other doubts here, ma'am? Any doubts here?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you give a definition, 2 lines definition for AR, MR, VR, AR?
Yes, sir. Virtual reality is
okay, sir. We are wearing a headphone. Through that, we can go through a virtual place, right, sir?
Yes, sir. It is a digitally created 3D environment.
Okay,
360-degree environment.
Yeah,
and
but actually, it is not our place. It is we are placing at another place, right?
Yes,
sir?
yes, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, what about, sir, that AR?
You
told mobile tablet, all those things. But
yes,
here also we are wearing some headphone or all those things.
No, sir. The augmented reality is experienced through tablet or mobile phone. I will show you demo, sir.
Oh,
2-3 demos. You will
so
understand.
It is not. Can we say it is not 3D?
It is real world is augmented model will be 3D model, sir. I will show you demo, sir. I will show you demo.
Okay.
You will understand better. Give me 2 minutes. I will show you demo.
Thank you.
So 1 second, sir. I am setting up the device. 1 minute. Give me a minute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No issues. Dear participants, the resource person is setting the device to give the demo. So I think he's not presenting anything as of now. Once it is ready at his end, he will provide the demo. So please have patience and stay online. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, actually, we are facing a little glitch in the device connection. So,
Okay.
meanwhile, let me discuss regarding the Unity software, all those things and all.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
once the setup is ready, then we can move it for that demonstration. So, is it
Yeah,
fine?
yeah. You can plan it accordingly, sir. No issues. You can
Okay,
plan.
sir.
Okay.
So basically, so I will start from the first session itself. Basically, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. These are all the new technical terms which is recently developing in the current technology. So basically, all of you are aware that, sir, I'm getting some noise from your side.
Participants, please mute
Anandi,
your mic as well as audio. Sorry, as well as video.
Yeah. So you can see the screen now, sir. Hello.
No, sir. No, sir. The screen is not shared. I think so.
Can you see, sir? Hello.
Yes, sir. You can go ahead.
Okay. So basically, let me give a brief introduction and the easiest way of understanding these technologies. So, all of you have aware about the computer technologies, and we are using programming to develop the applications like any software or any web software and mobile applications and PC applications But nowadays, we all are getting one popular term recently, augmented reality, virtual reality, and virtual world, all these things and all. So basically, why this technology is improved, because the things which is not at all possible in the real world, that we can make it in the virtual world. Getting, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Basically,
Yes.
not possible. So basically, all of you are aware about the gaming, right? So you might be aware about the digital gaming. So PC gaming is there, mobile game is there, and you could have played any one of the games in your lifetime. So basically, we will take one example of Call of Duty or any shooting game or any racing game. So basically, in the real world, we can't drive in that much speed. Okay, basically in our day-to-day traffic, we can't drive the vehicle around some 150 kilometers per speed or 200 kilometers per speed. And if at all, if we are riding also, and all the saving part will be a concern. So basically, we need to wear helmet and we need to wear a lot of gloves. If anything happens, and it may damage our physical body, and we may lose our life. But in the gaming, all these things and all is not avoidable. Hello. Sir, are you guys there? Hello. Hello. Sir, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So basically, in the gaming, you can drive even like 300 kilometers per speed also. So if you are driving very fast and if you get hit by someone and if you fell down, immediately, okay, you can again sit on the same bike and you can continue with the same speed. Like all these things and are only possible in the gaming technologies, right? Even like any shooting game, you have the gun and even the enemies also have the gun. You can shoot someone and someone also can shoot you. So if at all, if you lose the life, then you will die and immediately you will respawn. So like whatever is not possible in the real world, all these things are achieved in the gaming, right? Is it true or not? Are you guys are accepting or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically, like, okay, in the real world, okay, you can't afford a Lamborghini or a big cars, okay, which is having like some 20 crores or 30 crores. But all those things are easily possible to get in the drive inside the concept called gaming. Gaming is one of the technology where it is making the things of what is not possible in the real world. Right? Whatever is not possible in the real world, okay, all those things are making possible in the virtual. Okay, so that is what we are calling as a gaming. So now using the same gaming technologies, okay, so this augmented reality and virtual reality concepts and all has developed. Like gaming is only for the entertainment purpose or the relaxation purpose, but apart from that, okay, where and all they can improve the or implement the gaming concept like that, they have done a research and like that these technologies have developed, like virtual reality, augmented reality and mixed reality. So basically, let us talk about virtual reality. Virtual reality is kind of similar type of a game only, but here game you are just seeing by some other device using the monitor or in the mobile, but in the virtual reality application, so you will be part of that application. So like take an example of, okay, if you want to explore the solar system, so it is not at all possible for the normal human. In the virtual reality applications, if someone would have developed the whole solar system and you are driving in one jet or something like that, if they made all these setups, then you can use that particular virtual reality applications and you will get the whole experience of how the actual solar system will look like, and you will feel that, okay, so you are floating and you can go nearby to that planet and how the planets are rotating. So all these things and all you can feel in the form of virtual reality world. So basically, okay, during the COVID time, so the tourism department is totally spoiled because of all the COVID rules and restrictions. So the people are not going to outside and they are not able to visit some good places and all those things and all happened. So that time this technology is really understood by all the society and all the different types of people, that they have done the virtual tourism applications. Using that applications, okay, you don't need to spend like crores or lakhs of budget to visit that particular place, and you don't need to travel. One second. One second. Someone is raised. Yeah, yes, ma'am. Someone have raised a hand. Yeah.
Sir, by mistake, if they attend this event using the mobile device,
Okay.
maybe unknowingly also they may get hand raising icon.
Okay, fine.
And by default, I asked the people to mute the video as well as audio to all the participants.
Okay,
and,
sir, fine.
And you can have the question session once your presentation is over.
Okay,
so
sir.
If at all, if you have any kind of interaction in between, I will respond to you. And at the end of the session, we will have the question answer to the participants, so that at that time we will unmute the mic to all the participants so that they can raise the questions.
Fine, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So in the tourism applications, without traveling to that particular place, without investing like the lakhs and lakhs of cost, and the whole family can explore the virtual tour of visiting a Taj Mahal or any monuments in the India. So like that, the tourism application got more popular because of the virtual reality applications. Now, the virtual reality application is not only using in the tourism, they have implemented in the medical and a lot of engineering problem with the help of virtual reality technology. Like this particular technology is putting the step in all the domains, from the engineering and even the architecture. Like all the domains are now started implementing the use cases or the problems with the help of virtual reality. So now I hope you would have understand the little bit knowledge or the meaning about virtual reality. Excuse me. So now the device is ready, sir. So I think my colleague can show the actual demo of what we have created for the engineering application. So I hope you guys can have the feel of interacting in the 3D world by looking this application. So he is going to demonstrate that application.
So you have the screen and the camera also, right? Hello. So this is on furnace demo. This is developed for Singapore IT Institute of Training Education. The students, the ITA and diploma students, before entering into the actual plant, they will get trained in VR. Currently, they are using this for training. 500 students have been trained successfully, and it is running successfully in Singapore government. Okay, I am starting the application now. This application is fully developed in Unity. So here, technician and supervisor, 2 modes are there. I am entering as a technician. Class and technician number and password I need to enter. So there are 3 scenarios: startup, shutdown, and Lotto. Startup is turning on the furnace plant, and shutdown is the turning off the furnace plant. Lotto is lockout, tagout. If some equipment is in maintenance, we need to lock that equipment. So in all the 3 scenarios, 2 modes are there: train mode and test mode. Training mode is what it gives you the assistance, like it will teleport you to that place which you need to operate, and one voice over guidance will be given. Once you complete that operation, it will auto teleport you to the next place. Like training mode will give you all the guidance, but in test mode, no guidance will be there. So a technician, before entering into the actual plant, he need to get training, and after that he will undergo the test, and after that supervisor will call him. After seeing his report in Excel mode, he will call him, like, you have got 80%, you are allowed into the furnace plant, like that. I am going into test mode. Yeah. So whatever the PP I am selecting, it will reflect to the character, and the timer is on. These all will be generated in the report finally. So hope you all can see me and the screen also. Like this device is Oculus Quest 2. This is connected to a PC through a link cable. This is a VR device. Hope your college has also this VR device, Oculus Quest 2. Now it is loading. I will wear this. Please follow the camera and the screen, both. Like whatever I am action doing, it will be seen in camera.
Of the Fluence operations training module. Section of the text is to report.
Once again.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can see my screen and camera as well, right?
Only the screen we are seeing, sir.
Camera, sir?
And the camera, previously we have seen that a furnace control.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are seeing. Furnace local control panel, we are seeing.
Yes, sir. This is a fully created 360-degree digitally created environment, sir. We have recreated the whole furnace plant here. Like whatever, I can rotate my head 360-degree and see everything. Like there are some teleportation points, like inside furnace. I am going to inside furnace. The controller is my virtual hands. Now I am inside the furnace. I can see the burner is lighten up. Like in real world, the technician can't enter into the furnace, but in virtual reality, we can simulate everything. And like here, suppose this solenoid valve, this is called solenoid valve. Here I have X-ray view and cut section view, like internal parts of the component, the animation, the flow, how it is going, how it is operating. We can simulate everything and show to the guidance. This will be more immersive. Like once I wear this headset, I am teleported into this location. I can't see the real environment. This is fully virtual environment. And the concentration will be very high in this. Like since I am disconnected from the real world, the concentration will be very more, the immersiveness will be very high. Likewise, I can trigger documents also, like whatever you are seeing here in the 2D, the flow diagram, it is digitally created in 3D environment. And here and there you can trigger videos also. Likewise, I can go to, so I can operate the valve also. So once the operation completed, the controller will vibrate, the color will change. These are all indication, the user experience in virtual reality. Like the valve operation, there are about 100 steps in each scenarios. Like student has to perform everything in train mode and he will undergo the test mode. So if I am turning off something, the main button, all the pressure value and temperature value and back-end process will be done automatically. Likewise, we need to code accordingly, understanding the process. So once I complete all the 100 steps, the test is completed, I need to give end test. So once I give end test, the local report will be generated. This is for the technician. And if I log in as a supervisor, supervisor will have the user management and report management. Like I need to mention what scenario and class number, technician number, and he can see the report of the technician. Like in Excel report, everything will be generated. At what date, at what time, overall score is what, in PP, whatever he has performed, what are the mistakes, and in shutdown procedure, like performed steps and mistake steps, everything will be completed. Like supervisor can call the technician and if he scores below 60%, he will not be allowed into the plant. And that's it. So this is one application, sir. Any doubts here in the virtual reality? Like I'm going through the UI, and once the UI completed, I enter into VR, and I have done the test, and I have given the end test. Any doubts here in the application which I shown now?
Participants, you can put it in our chat window. If you want to have any clarification with the resource person, kindly put it into our chat window.
Sir, this is madam. Yes, madam. About Unity, Ramesh sir will explain after my demonstration. And like this is a Fusion VR website, fusionvr.in. Here, if you go to the success stories, you can see many of our projects. Like this is one which I demonstrated now, and the augmented reality, like augmented reality. I'll show you this video since I can't. So this is on top of real environment. The plant is augmented. Like this is a screen recording of your mobile phone.
Sir,
You can see.
Sir, one question is asked by Dr. Sankara Gomathi ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Supposing that 3D glass not wearable, we can't see it.
It means, sir, you are mentioning about VR. So if it is we term as a virtual reality, we need to wear the VR device.
Yeah, but she is particular about the 3D glass.
No, sir. 3D glasses we can't wear. It will be a 3D movie. Like if virtual reality is 360-degree environment.
Correct.
So to view 360-degree environment, we need to wear the VR device. Okay. Yes, and the Fusion VR website, it is accessible anytime. You can Google it and you can view it. As you see here, like in phone, we are operating the whole plant. On top of real world, the plant is augmented.
And Prashant asked one question: is there any VR related to health?
No, sir. Actually, what the furnace which I showed you is the training will be 30 minutes and the test will be 30 minutes. So probably each technician is undergoing the training and test about 45 minutes. Like there are no issues till now. Almost 500 students have taken the training. It's all user experience. Like for example, in mall you will see some VR. That VR you will get nauseated. Like it's the virtual reality related to health depends on how we create the environment. It should be it should be in good quality and it should be user friendly. It depends on how we are creating the experience.
Okay. I think Prasad sir, your question is answered by the resource person.
Yes, sir. And this is a good example for augmented reality, like a turbocharger. I am scanning the first in AR application. First, your camera will open. On top of real world, I am augmenting the turbocharger, and I can rotate it. This is a 3D model. On top of real world, I am augmenting a 3D model. And here you can see the X-ray view, the rotating of the impeller, the flow direction. Everything can be simulated. This is augmented reality. These videos are available in the website, sir. It is accessible. You can then and there you can see. It is a stories page. And if you want to know more about VR and AR, like everything is there in the website. Like these are all the services: virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. In each page, everything is clearly mentioned. you can spend more time. For example, if I want to create a blood flow inside the blood vessel, means how can I create it? Please explain, sir. Sir, with respect to this message, like we need to create the 3D model. We need to create everything in 3D. Like with the images, we can't create a VR. That is what the reality is. So you can unmute and ask, sir. If chat means I may misguide your interpretation.
No. If we unmute the mic,
Yes, sir.
I think you already told that somebody is creating a noise, right? So they may be unmute their mic and they may have the discussion among themselves in their own
Fine.
location.
Fine,
So that is why we technically put
Fine,
mute
fine.
to all the speaker. I mean, sorry, the mute the video as well as audio.
Fine, sir. Fine. So in FAQ page, you can see the difference between VR and AR, MR is given. Most of the faculties will have the same doubt, like what is he saying VR, AR and MR, what is VR, AR, MR? Like the difference is clearly mentioned in our website. You can refer to the website. In website, there are a lot more information, sir. Once this presentation end on your free time, please spend some time in the website. It will give you more insight.
Excellent.
And with respect to Unity, Ramesh sir will explain what are the basics of Unity. He will explain. Any other doubts, sir, here with respect to VR and AR demo? Please provide website. Okay. www. Any other doubts, sir? Please convey in chat so that I will clear everything. Whether we will get sound alert when every machinery needs support service. Yes, it can be done, madam. We can give sound alert. Open source. I can't get this. Unity is an open source software, ma'am. For individual, it is open source, but for like institution, as a group, if we use, we need to purchase some license. A simulator means Unity is the software which we are using for developing the virtual reality and augmented reality applications. The one which I have shown, Furnace, for example, that was developed in Unity only. Research topics in VR, yeah. There are many topics, man. In all the engineering field, like in healthcare, VR and AR, VR is widely using. In automobile, in civil construction also, VR is widely using. Like if you can you mention some AR of available? Augmented reality is
furniture shop.
Nowadays, a common furniture shop, they are using augmented reality. Like in your mobile phone, you are using Instagram filter and Snapchat filter, Facebook filter. Those are all augmented reality. If something is augmented on your face or on real world, those are augmented reality, madam. Or VR and AR. It's not 3D recording, madam. It is fully 3D model. Whatever I have shown you is a fully 3D model. It is created in native 3D software. And with the photographs, you can't create VR. And for VR recording, like camera shooting, only 180 degree is allowed. The cameras are available. Few months back, Canon released a camera for shooting 180 degree movie. So with respect to this device, this is Oculus Quest. This is hybrid device. This can be used as a standalone and it can be used as a PC powered also. So if we use as a PC powered, we need to connect to the system through this link cable. And if we remove, we can use this device as a standalone device also. So Oculus Quest 2 is the hybrid VR device, which we are using for industrial applications. So there are two controllers with the Oculus device, which the controllers are my virtual hands. Once I wear the virtual reality device, I will use the controllers for the, like in controllers, you will have the buttons A, B, X, Y, and you will have trigger button and you will have a grab button. With this, you can interact inside the virtual reality. That's it. Any doubts with respect to VR, AR, and with respect to device? I will hand over the things to Ramesh sir. Yes, sir. VR device. If VR device is like your Android phone, it has storage, it has inbuilt battery. There are two variants available: 128 GB and 256 GB. Yes. Any doubts or any queries, or else you can say done. I will hand over the session to Ramesh sir.
Specification for 3D glass.
So for 3D glasses, it's like
3D glasses.
Sir, the 3D glasses, you are referring to the Google Glass, I think so. Those are all like contextual information on top of real world. That is not virtual reality. That is maybe we call as 2D augmented reality. Thank you for the comments, and I am leaving my session to Ramesh sir. If any doubts, you can ask Ramesh sir also. You can please refer to website so that you can get more information.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Ramesh, sir.
I hope all of you have got the basic information about the augmented reality and virtual reality and a small demonstration of how the actual virtual world will be and how to interact in the virtual world, all those things. So now we'll see how to use the Unity engine. So basically like we have variety of 3D engines, and why we chose Unity 3D for creating the augmented reality and virtual reality applications, all those things. So before going to enter into the Unity 3D software, we'll discuss about the actual use of Unity 3D. Okay. Guys, are you there? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, I think all of you are from the computer science department, and most of you are aware about programming and all the new latest technologies like cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and XYZ and all. So basically, like even like I'm also from the computer science background, but I was not aware about these gaming technologies and these kind of 3D application development technologies until I enter into the industry. Because in those days, like when we were studying, okay, we don't have these kind of technologies were aware about much in our colleges, and we don't have resource persons also to train these kind of technologies to us. So that is how, like, now the world is going towards to the different direction, and the technologies are really changed, and we are getting new, and using those technologies we can create a lot of new applications. So in that, AR VR is one of the example. Okay, so like take an example of when we guys are planning to create any applications. Okay, first we'll choose the IDE and we will choose one programming language, right? Yes or no? Basically, like if you guys are very familiar with the Java, so you will choose the JDK and you will choose Java programming, and along with that, you will start using a lot of other plugins to get a different feature for networking and all those things, and all like that you will create an application. But if at all, if you are selecting the IDE called Visual Studio, so using the Visual Studio, okay, we can use a different languages like C++, C#, and even like so many other languages to create an applications like web-based application, and we can deploy and we can execute the code and we can test and we can see the whole class structure, everything. Can we use VRML? Sir, we'll discuss all those things in the last. Okay, so now like let me introduce about what is a Unity engine. Okay, so basically in the normal software application, we are choosing the IDE along with one programming language. So that is how we are creating a lot of applications. Okay, either it might be for PC, or it might be for mobile, or it might be for a web page, all those things. But now as a part of this 3D development applications, okay, we can take an example of game or AR VR applications. So basically all these applications are developing in the IDE called game engines. Okay, so this IDE we are calling as a game engine. We have variety of game engines like how we are using in the normal application development, like JDK is there, Visual Studio is there, and Android application we have, and for the Swift, okay, we have a different IDE. Like, okay, we have a variety of IDEs. The same way for developing a game or the 3D applications, they have a variety of game engines. Okay, like Unity is one of the important and famous game engine. Unreal Engine we have, CryEngine, and Game Maker. Like we have a variety of game engines. And why we choose Unity? Because sir, you might be aware about a different platform. So basically platform in the sense where our application is going to deploy. So it might be PC or it might be mobile. In the mobile itself, we have a variety of we have an Android mobile, and we have a Windows mobile, we have a iPhone, okay, Apple mobile, and we have a Blueberry. Like we have a variety of mobiles. Along with that, like you might be aware about the website. Okay, so basically like HTML pages. And if at all, even like TV also nowadays, okay, it is becoming a platform. And apart from that, like all the gaming consoles, okay, like if at all, if you guys are aware about the gaming tools or the gaming hardwares like PS3, Xbox, like we have a variety of hardwares. So when you guys are started creating any specific application, you have to deploy for only one specific platform. So actually, if you are using the Visual Studio, you can deploy your application for all the Windows platform. Okay, all the Windows platform. Okay, it might be a mobile or it might be a PC or it might be a web page or like that. But if at all, if you want to deploy the same application for the Android, or if you want to deploy the same application for the iPhone, that won't be possible, or we have to depend on some other third-party plugins to deploy that kind of software. So in Unity Game Engine, you don't need on third-party plugins or the third-party softwares to deploy the same application for a multiple platforms. You write only once. Okay, you write the code only once. By just clicking the change platform option, you can easily deploy the same application or the same game for all the platforms. You can take an output for the variety of platforms. That is what the actual feature of the Unity game engine. Okay, why? Because Unity is supporting almost all the platforms in the world. Okay, it is supporting almost like 20 plus platforms. You don't need to code separately for the Android, or you don't need to code separately for the iPhone, or you don't need to code separately for the PC game or the mobile game, or like you don't need to code in a different language or different way. You choose only one language called C#. You implement using that particular language. After that, by clicking the Swayance platform, you can deploy this particular software for all the devices. So within a single click, you don't need to spend more time, or you don't need to appoint a different technology persons, and you don't need to know about this. Only thing, you should be very strong in Unity and C#. That is more than enough to create an application for all the platforms. And we have a Unreal Engine, we have Unity, and we have Far Cry engine, and we have so many different engines. And what is the actual specialty of the Unity engine is Unity will run in the lower end devices. Unity will run in the lower end devices, but Unreal Engine needs the higher end configuration system. One thing you guys should understand, one thing, why in India nowadays the Unreal Engine is getting popular because of a lot of companies have a lot of fund, and they are investing on the hardwares by investing like 10 lakhs per system or 20 lakhs per system, all those things and all. So in that case, okay, you can go with the Unreal Engine concept. But as you have a low budget, and if you want to create a 3D applications and AR VR applications with limited budgets, then you have to choose the engine called Unity engine. So this is one of the first and foremost feature of the Unity software. And one more thing, compared to Unreal Engine, okay, Unity engine is very easiest to understand. Here you can create the, what about Blender? So I will come, sir. I will come. So basically here you can either code and you can develop the application, else you can create the virtual applications, like all of you aware about the node programming, right? Node programming in the sense, okay, the every object or every functionality will be considered in the form of node, and you have to just click, drag and drop to the other node. Like that we are implementing the functionality. So that is the node programming. So basically in the Unreal Engine, that particular feature will be called it as a blueprint. The same blueprint is possible in Unity along with the scripting. And you will get lot of features, and lot of forums are available to discuss about the Unity's. Any doubts is occurring, okay, you can immediately post and you will immediately get the solution. But that and all won't be possible for the Unreal Engine. Okay, as a point of now, like now the Unity Unreal Engine is giving more graphics, but according to the feature wise, okay, we have the limited budget with limited requirements. So in that case, Unity is the engine which will be perfectly suited for our requirements. So now, as you guys are already know Blender
Ramesh sir, are you talking anything?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we are not audible.
No, no, actually, like,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, you might be aware about, okay, some of the 3D softwares like Autodesk Maya and 3D Blender and like lot of 3D softwares, and you might be aware about Photoshop, all these things and all. So one thing you have to understand, like how to develop the 3D application or a 3D game. So basically, it is not just like to drag and drop or to just to develop everything in one engine. Unity integrated engine. Okay, so the Unity engine will support to integrate all the assets. Okay, all the assets in the sense, we'll go with the small example. In the 3D game or in the 3D application, we can see 3D models. So the 3D models might be a human, or it might be an animal, or it might be a building, or it might be a vehicle, or it might be anything. So all these things and all will be considered as a 3D models. So these 3D models will be developed in the software called Blender, Autodesk Maya, and 3ds Max, these kind of software. So don't confuse between the Blender and Maya and 3ds Max software with the Unity engine. Unity engine is a game engine which is using to integrate all the assets which is related to the 3D development application. But the Blender, Maya, and 3ds Max, these softwares are having only the feature of just developing a 3D models. So like if you want to develop any human, or if you want to develop any animal, so that you can't create in Unity. So as I mentioned, okay, Unity is helping to integrate scripts, sound, texture, that, this and all. But if you want to create any assets, that won't be possible in the Unity. For your kind information, for that, if it is a 2D images or the 2D sprites, we have to be dependent the software called Photoshop, or you can depend the software called GIMP and all the even like Photoshop, GIMP, and Illustrator, like these kind of 2D softwares will helpful for you to create the 2D images and the UIs, all those things and all. But when you guys are want to create the 3D models, that time we have to depend the software called Blender, Autodesk Maya, 3ds Max, and lot of other 3D development tools or 3D creation tools. So now, once you have developed the model, and once you are creating the UI, or once you are creating the textures, everything, you have certain concept. Like in a game, okay, so you have a character, okay, so he will shoot the enemies and he has to shoot all the enemies within certain time, like that. Okay, you have one story or one concept. Based on that concept, you will get all these assets and you will and there you will write the code. So basically, in the Unity, you are giving the life for all the objects which is created the outside. Are you guys getting? In the Unity software, you are not going to develop an assets, but you are going to give the life for the all the assets. See, like in the other softwares, you are just developing only the character by animation, like walking, running, and jumping, attacking, all these things and all. But all those things will be used properly according to the application requirement in Unity. So in the Unity, we are just integrating all the assets, like as a model, as a script, as an audio, as a VFX, as a physics engine. Okay, as like, okay, we have a variety of things to are using to develop the 3D game, or a 3D application. So in Unity, we will bring all those things, and there we are just giving the life for all the objects which we are imported. So by writing the script of moving and interacting and colliding, finally, that particular application will become one 3D application or a game. So don't get confused between the 3D development tools or 3D tools with the game engine. So basically, game engine is a place where we are integrating all those things together and we are making an application. Getting, sir? Are you guys getting? Now I hope you can easily compare with the 3D tools or the 2D tools. Okay, 3D tools means only Maya, Max, and all these things. And all 2D tools means Photoshop, Illustrator, GIMP, like that. And game engine, whatever the assets you have created, that you will put it inside this game engine, and here you will create an application. So this is how the actual Unity will run. So don't think that, okay, in the Unity you can create one character, or you can create one environment, or you can create one city. All those things and all will be developed or created in the outside applications. Okay, so this is what the introduction of Unity. And one more thing, that screen issue. Hello.
Ramesh sir.
Yes, sir.
For the convenience to the resource person, we muted the mic of all the participants.
Okay.
If you want it to be released, then we will release it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please release.
You want it to be released?
Yeah.
Because somebody may be muting their mic and they may be discussing among themselves. Those may be the disturbance to all the participants because it is scattered all over the nation.
Yeah. Fine.
Participants are from 24 states.
Yeah. I got
across the country. Yeah. So I think if you feel that you want the mic to be unmuted, then I will ask the technical person to do that. So otherwise, if you feel convenient with the chat window, we can also go to that.
Then we'll go with the chat window only, sir. Okay, why?
Okay,
because as we don't want to simply disturb other audiences.
Yes,
go with
sir.
the chat
That is the intention.
Yeah.
Okay,
sir. So now, like as we are discussing the game engine, so that's it. Okay, it's kind of a discussion only. Okay, so I didn't show anything like in the practical way. Okay, it is just a casual discussion about what is the Unity 3D software or the Unity engine. Okay, so now using this Unity 3D engine, in the earlier stage, we were concentrated to create only the 2D games and the 3D games. But now, as I have already informed, this particular game engine is helping to create the latest applications like augmented reality and virtual reality. Okay, so like how in the Visual Studio, you guys are developing a different applications for a different platform, and in a different feature. Same way in the Unity game engine, they are developing a different applications like games, but now it is supporting to create the augmented reality and virtual reality applications also. Okay, so basically in the Unity engine, you can create a single player game, multiplayer game, and you can create a e-learning applications. So basically like Byju's, all of you might be aware about the company called Byju's. They are a major success because of the Unity 3D software. Why? Because here they can create all the e-learning content with the help of interaction. So why this technology is getting popular? Because nowadays the classroom learning, the book learning, all those things and all will be getting outdated. Why? Because after the COVID, majority of the students or the kids or the faculties, they forget about the concept of teaching in the physical way or teaching in the classroom. So these technologies are really helpful for them to learn the things very faster in the interaction way. Okay, so as in the 3D application, it is not only like a one-way communication, it is a two-way communication also. Like the 3D films, you can just watch and you can feel, but you can't interact or you can't give your own input. But in the 3D applications, you can be a part of that particular application and you can interact with that particular game object and you can learn, and these things will be grasped very fast compared to the book learning and the classroom learning. I hope all of you are accepting this or not. By looking the visuals, our mind will be grasping the things very faster than the thing of which we are spending lot amount of time by reading the books. Right? So now we'll see how the actual Unity 3D interface will look like and how to start. So basically, as an assistant professor or as an experienced faculty, we have already set our mindset that okay, so we have already a doctor and we have specialized in something, and why we want to know about all this latest technology or the new technology like that. Why? Because it might be difficult, or it might be very difficult for us to understand in this age like that and all. Okay, you can feel, but I will show you the easiest way. Okay, so why we are learning this kind of latest technology? Because as the customers are the young generations, and the young generation customers are having a different demand and the different requirements. So according to them, we have to be update. So we have to be break that constraint of that. Okay, why we need to learn the latest technology. So I hope having already broken that constraint. So that is the reason. Okay, I can see all of you are in this session. So anyway, okay, let me go to explain the Unity 3D now. So anyway, like by just showing only the interface, okay, you won't get the actual feel. Let me start showing the tools now. Is it fine? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can proceed.
1 second. Sir, basically, I have already installed my Unity 3D software. Yes, some of the faculties, okay, they were asking whether Unity 3D is an open source or not. So basically, Unity 3D software is an open source software, and they have lot of features, okay, for the students and for the professionals, or for the smaller industry and for the bigger industry like that. As an academy, okay, so you will get a set of licenses, okay, under a certain cost. Okay, so you don't need to pay for a individual licenses. Okay, you can use it, and they will provide a lot of study materials, and they will guide you to become an expert of all these Unity technologies and all those things and all. So that is what we are doing as an. And now, like let me show you, okay, how to go with the Unity software. Okay, because if you want to start working on the Unity software, first you have to be install the plugin called Unity Hub. So basically, Unity Hub 3.2.0. Can you see? Can you see my desktop, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So basically, Unity Hub. So what this Unity Hub will do, okay, it will just maintain all the versions and how many versions of this same software will be installed in our device. And we have a learning concept, and we have a community. So all those things and all will be managed by the software or the plugin called Unity Hub. So first we have to be install the Unity Hub software. So once you install that, you can select the install option. Here you can install whichever the version are available by clicking the install editor. So like install editor, it will ask all the latest versions, okay, and you can choose the versions according to your requirement, and you can install. But one thing you have to remember that actually Unity is giving the release like 3 months once, 6 months once, and you please don't install the latest version until you come project and deploy in the particular device. Why? Because every version is having some dependencies. So some plus, some minus will be there. So because of that, the project may get clash. So until you complete a full version of that project, you are not supposed to go for the upgradation or the update version. Okay, so now assume that I have already installed my Unity. A place where you can see a variety of free tutorials or a variety of free games which is already available, and here they are explaining a step-by-step procedure. By following this, okay, you also can create this kind of applications. So that is why I said Unity is giving everything under one roof. Getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now community, okay, there we have a different communities like Unity blog, answers, forum. If at all, if you're coming across any issues or if you need any help, you can immediately post your requirements in these kind of forums, and you will get the answers immediately. Okay, so you don't need to spend, or you don't need to worry about all those problems of whatever you are facing in Unity. So like we can see all these features under the concept called Unity Hub. Then the first one is project. So basically, this project place is the place where you can see the project which is already opened in this Unity version. Or if you want to open a new project, okay, for that also they have an option called new project option here. So now let me go with the new project. So just click the new project option. It will be very easy. See, because previously when we were working of developing the games, so that time we were writing this code, everything from the scratch, but the Unity software made everything is very easy. Okay, you don't need to learn the actual native code, only you need to know about the advanced coding. So just drag and drop just one line or two lines of scripts to make a good application. So this is what the actual feature of Unity. Like, it is not like an OpenGL or other applications. Okay, in the OpenGL, okay, you have to be write a code everything from the scratch, and you have to be spend lot amount of time to create even a single applications. But in Unity, okay, it is already developed, but you should know to use only those features. So that is what the difference between the actual OpenGL applications and the Unity 3D engine. So now, as I have mentioned, using Unity, you can create the 2D game, you can create the 3D game, even like a 2D. VR core is there, AR core, and these things and all will be using to create the 3D film concepts. So now let me go with the basic 3D core applications to explain the interface. Once you select the 3D application, and here you can change the project name like example 1, and here you can choose the path. Okay, so it is already in the D drive, so I'm just click the create project. That's it. It's very easy to create the new project. Okay, you don't need to spend a time, or you don't need to get confused. Okay, you just click the project, click the new project. Automatically there you select what kind of a project you are going to work, whether 2D or 3D or AR or VR. Then you can rename your project a default name, and you just click the create button. Automatically Unity will start loading in the system. Any doubts for creating the new project or to create a new project? No, right? So basically, like in our childhood, okay, we were not aware of all these applications. Okay, we were concentrated on only learning the programming languages. Using the programming languages, okay, we can create the system applications or the user applications like a Facebook or Gmail or LinkedIn or WhatsApp or these kind of applications. And these kind of softwares are only popular in the foreign countries, and that is the reason, okay, we were just playing the games. Okay, we were not able to create the games. But in the last 10 years, those who went to the foreign countries, okay, so they already learned these technologies, okay, and they brought this technology, and they have started in the form of small institutions, and they have tied up with the colleges, and slowly they have spread these technologies in India. And last 5 years, it is not only for the a student or the kid, okay, who are very rich. Okay, it is possible for all the stage students. Okay, why? Because the creativity is not only based on the rich level. Okay, it is from every human's mind. So that is the reason, okay, we are doing the service of spread technologies to across all the colleges, and we are started giving the training to the faculties and the students. So this is how, okay, so we can get the actual young mind, the creativity minds, and the new ideas, all those things and all. So by doing all these things, okay, so we can create lot of entrepreneurs in the lot of places. So these are the things of what we are doing from the past couple of years. So now you can see how the actual Unity 3D is look like.
Sir, just a minute.
Yes, sir.
I think one question is posted by Dr. P. Satish.
Okay.
And he is asking about, should we have GPU to develop the applications?
Sir, GPU and all already integrated with this Unity engine. Okay, so we can't only have a GPU separately.
Okay, I think Satish sir, your question is answered by the resource person.
Okay, so basically GPU, CPU, all those things and all will be integrated in the form of this engine. Okay, you don't need to depend a separate GPU for creating a 3D application. So this is what the specialty. As I compare Unity and Unreal Engine is giving more graphics. Why? Because okay, we are using the higher end machines, but Unity is little lesser than, but quality wise or the output wise. Okay, so it grateful for the budgeted people like us and the colleges. Okay, so as we are not going to create such a big application, or we are not going to get a lot of income from that applications, but we will get the solution, or we will get some engineering application. So Unity will be really helpful for in this case. Okay, so now like 1 second, sir. Sir, can you see, sir, here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so basically what Satish sir was asking, okay, all those things will be automatically taken care by the statistics, okay, inside the Unity 3D. Okay, the actual CPU use, okay, how many frames per second and how many vertex and how many set, the graphics rendering calls, okay, everything will be taken care by this particular Unity engine only. So you don't need to worry about the GPU calculations, or you don't need to worry about that part, sir. Okay, only thing you should know how to implement or how to use these tools. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now like this is how the actual interface will look like. So actually the Unity window is a parent window which has 5 sub windows. So here you can see hierarchy, and here you can see scene and game. Okay, asset store is not a window. And project, can you see project window where I'm just moving my cursor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Project window, hierarchy window, scene window, game window, and inspector window. So basically 5 major windows are there inside the Unity interface. So each window is mentioned for some reason. Okay, we'll see what is that reason. So basically, sir, whenever you guys are creating the new project, so the project will be saved in the particular location in the D drive or C drive in any folder. So inside that particular drive, okay, the project name will be, the folder will contains your project name. Inside that, okay, you have lot of DLL files, okay, the class files and lot of images and lot of dependencies and plugins of whatever you guys are used will be there. Like in the Unity here, we are not using the data. Okay, in the normal software development, we are going to play with the integer data, string data, Boolean, array, class. To use that data, yes, not using in the sense, okay, not completely. Okay, some places we are using, but around of the places, okay, we are going to use the 3D things, okay, like some character or some model will be there, or some UI images or the sprites will be there, sound file will be there, VFX things will be there, particle effects will be there. So these are all the things only will be considered according to the 3D application. In the normal software, okay, there we are just going to play with the data like integer, string, all these things and all. But here our data are in the form of 3D models, a 2D image, a sound file, or it might be a square, or it might be a cube, or it might be a human model, or it might be animal model, all those things and all. So this is what the difference between the normal software and the Unity. So now under the project, okay, we have one folder called assets. Under that, we have one folder called scene. So basically this Unity engine, whatever the interface, whatever the things we are creating, that will be considered as a scene. So basically in the normal software, we are creating the pages. Okay, take an example of, okay, you guys are creating any web application. We are creating a different pages. Okay, so I hope all of you have used the Dreamweaver. Have you guys aware about the software called Dreamweaver and the CSS, all these things and all, or PHP?
Yeah, I think PHP is so familiar.
Yeah, PHP, okay, all these things and all is using to create the web page. Okay, so we can create a different web pages. After that, okay, we will write the script of connecting these web pages, like navigating from one page to another, the another page to another page, like that. So now here in the Unity, we have considered as a scene. Okay, in the normal software, okay, that will be considered as a separate page or an interface, but here it will be considered as a scene. Why? Because, okay, scene, okay, this particular technical term will be derived from the film. Okay, so what scene, okay, which scene, okay, what happened in the scene, like that. Okay, we used to have a casual discussions when we are talking about the film, but these 3D applications also will be kind of a film. So here they have brought the term called scene. Okay, the scene contains a particular model, particular background, particular image, some actions will be happening. So all these things will be considered as a scene. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now by default, we are having the concept called sample scene. Okay, so this is how the sample scene. So that means an empty area. Okay, here I didn't place anything. Okay, this is an empty place. So as I mentioned, whatever, okay, you are bringing, all those things will be brought inside the folder called assets. So basically, when we are opening the new project, first thing we have to be manage our project in the proper way. Okay, like as you guys are already aware about the software development, we should know to manage our things properly. Like all the class files should be keep it properly with the proper name, and all the plugins will be keep in the proper folder with the proper name, and all the dependencies, okay, we are keeping in the proper folder. Why? Because today we are working and tomorrow we are leaving this place, and if any new programmer or the new person comes to the project, he should not get confused, or he should not take more time to understand all these folders and the functionalities. He has to understand within a fraction of seconds. That is the reason, okay, we have to be implement the folder structure. So like as I mentioned in the game, okay, we are not only going to use the script, okay, we are going to use the models, we are going to use the sprites, we are going to use sound files. If you are simply bringing so many things, and later if you want to update or if you want to change, it will be very difficult for you to identify. That is the reason we have to be organize everything in the separate folder format. Yes, sir. Murugan, sir. Murugan, sir. He raised a hand. Okay.
Sir, if the participant
fine,
attend the session, maybe unknowingly they may touch.
Is it, sir? Okay, fine, sir. So under the assets folder, okay, we have to create the folders like script. Scripts like that, okay, you have to create a separate folder, and you have to right click assets, create folder. Here you can save all your models, and right click, create folder, sound, right click assets, create folder, sprites. Like you can create a different subfolder, and whenever you are bringing any assets, you have to be identify this folder, you have to drop inside that folder. You can't directly just drag and drop. Okay, it will be kind of a mesh. So now this is what the small idea about the assets folder. Okay, assets folder is nothing but the assets whatever we are using inside the game. So basically here they are using the term called assets. Assets in the sense, okay, these are all things which is using to develop the particular project. So that is why, okay, they are generally calling the term called assets. Okay, this is a technical term, okay, that is related to the game engine like assets. So here it might be a script, or it might be a model, or it might be a small particle animation, or it might be a small UI. Okay, everything will be considered as an assets according to the game engine. That will be considered as an assets. So now hierarchy. So basically hierarchy, scene, and inspector, these three windows are correlated. Okay, so in the normal application development, okay, once you start creating the project, okay, immediately you will create a class file. There you will start declaring the variable and you will implement the logic. But here, this is not the normal application. Okay, this is the 3D applications. So here we have to be arrange our objects. Here we have to be place our objects. Then only we can code. So first we need to place our objects. That placing with both the ways in hierarchy and scene. So basically scene is kind of a workspace where you can arrange or place all the objects, whatever you are going to show inside the 3D application or the game. Can you see, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the workspace, sir. So basically in this space only, we will keep all the game objects and we will place like one object here, other object here, and front, back, scaling, rotation, all those things and all will perform in this rough space. Okay, this is kind of a rough space. Okay, so now whenever you are creating the new project, by default, you will get the main camera and directional light. So basically, main camera will be considered as in the form of human eye, sir. So basically the whole Unity concept is based on the real world concept. Okay, the whole engine is based on the real world concept. Like actually a normal human being have two eyes, okay, which is using to see anything and which is using to observe something, right? If we don't have eyes, okay, so we can't see anything and we can't observe anything, no? So the same logic, okay, they have implemented in the Unity in the form of main camera. So basically, can you see, sir, where I'm moving my cursor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is what the actual view area. So basically, according to the human eye, okay, so we have a certain range, right? Certain range. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So basically, like, so we have a certain range. Okay, this is our range. Within this particular range only, okay, we can see our things properly. But whatever, okay, the object which is falling in our head, I mean behind head, okay, we can't see. Whatever is coming in front of the eyes, okay, that only is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, why? Because okay, we are looking towards to this direction. So whatever the object is which is coming within this particular frustum, that only can be observed by our human eye. So even okay, this side also will be little blurred and the backside images will be totally disappeared. So this is what the normal human being thing, but the same thing will be implemented in the Unity also. So can you see, sir, here?
Yes, sir. Rotating.
Okay, so I just rotated the camera. So basically red color is the x-axis, green color is the y-axis, and the blue color is the z-axis. Okay.
Okay.
Because this is the 3D environment, right? This is this 3D environment. We should keep our object. We have to be move and we have to bring forward and we have to rotate. So possible in this interface. So all these things and all won't be possible in the Visual Studio, right? Okay, in the Visual Studio, okay, you can create one background, one text box, one label, and one list, one option like that. But here, this is not the case. Okay, here we are using 3D objects, so we can rotate and we can move forward and we can bring forward and we can move up and we can bring down. So that is the reason we are having this particular option, 3 options: red arrow, green arrow, and blue arrow. Red arrow is for the x coordinate, green arrow is for the y coordinate, and blue arrow is for the z coordinate. Okay, so now can you see, sir? So this is how the actual camera frustum. So this is this much area only the camera will render. Okay, so if I disable this camera in the game, can you see, sir? We can't see any output. Why? Because
yes, sir. Yes.
Without camera, nothing will be possible to render or observe. So that is the reason camera is very important. Now I'm just enabling. I can see something, okay, some view. But if I disable, I can't see anything. And one more default game object is directional light. So basically, if at all, if you want to get the actual nature feel means, okay, you need a light now, sir. If light is not there, okay, the whole object or the whole world will. We can't see the actual color of the other object. We can't see the actual type of the other object. Okay, everything will be in a black color. So in that case, if you want to get the natural feel, or if you want to get the originality of that particular object, you need a light, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is the reason, okay, these two things they have kept it as common for all the projects. Why? Because light is very important to make it very clear, and main camera is to render. So if these two things are not there, okay, then it will be like we can't see anything in the output. Getting, sir?
Yeah.
So now scene. So basically in the scene, as I mentioned, okay, this is kind of a workspace where we can keep all our game objects and we can arrange. So now I'm going to use only the default geometric objects. Sir, can you see the game object?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So by clicking the game object, okay, we can go to the 3D object. Here we have a geometric objects like cube, sphere, capsule, cylinder, plane, quad, terrain, tree, ragdoll, and all. So you can ask why we can't see a human character, or why we can't see an animal character, or a building, or a vehicle like that. So we have a logic between the using this object and the other objects. So basically, cube, sphere, capsule, all these things and all geometry. These geometric objects has certain formula. No, sir. If we have a, you see, take an example of square. Square, if you want to find the area for a square, if you know the one side, okay, that will be enough to find the area of the square, right? Side into side, okay, you will get the area. Okay, but if you want to find the area of the circle, pi r square. So like even the cube, okay, you can find the cube area by implementing certain formula. For sphere, okay, you have a certain formula. For the capsule, you have a certain formula. So these are all the geometric objects, okay, which has a certain mathematical formula. So using that formula, okay, we can easily find the area or the distance or the height or the breadth or the width or all those things and all. But as a normal human, okay, anatomy is common, but all the human is not, body is not made for the same height, width, all those things, no? So we can't implement any certain or a specific formula for these kind of creatures like human or animal or a tree or a building or a vehicle and etc. So that is the reason those objects and all can't be listed inside this particular 3D objects. Only geometric objects are listed here. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now by just cube, the cube is added. Can you see, sir?
Yes, sir.
I just selected the cube object. Cube is added here. As I mentioned, hierarchy, scene window, inspector, these three windows are correlated each other. These three windows are correlated each other. So once I click the cube object, okay, automatically it is added in the scene. Can you see, sir? It is added in the scene, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the same cube will be listed under the hierarchy also. Can you see cube is here also?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can ask why two different places. Even hierarchy is also there, scene is also there. Okay, then for achieving the feature, okay, why we need two different places? Now, game object, 3D object, again I'm selecting the cube. In the actual scene, okay, can you see two different cubes? No, right?
No.
One cube, both the cubes are placed in the same place. But when you look at the hierarchy, here you can see, yeah, we have two cubes like that. So by looking the hierarchy, we can easily identify how many objects are, what type of objects we have used. By looking the scene, okay, it will be little confused for you. So now by selecting this cube, I'm moving slightly. Now you can accept that, yes, we have two cubes in our scene, right?
Yes.
But by looking the hierarchy, previously, okay, both the cubes were kept in the same place. By looking the scene, okay, you can easily identify that, okay, we have two different cubes. But by looking the hierarchy, you can see, yes, two different cubes are there. Okay, so let me select and move like that. Once you move, then you can identify or you can accept that, yes, we have two cubes in our scene like that, right? Okay, so now actually like whatever, okay, we are doing, finally we are seeing in the output as in the form of game. This is a game engine. So that is why all the output will be considered as a game. So hierarchy is a place where we can find how many objects we have used, and scene is a place where we can organize. And I as mentioned inspector. So basically in the inspector, we can see the properties. So basically in the Visual Studio, okay, so if at all, if you are adding any text field, you can adjust the text width, height, and the text color and the font color, all those things and all, no? In the normal software, sir, in the normal software, okay, I think those who are all aware about the VB, okay, Visual Basic, okay, the Visual Basic script, there if at all, if you are creating the forum, okay, there you can add the text boxes, label boxes, button, so you can easily change all those properties in the inspector, okay, the properties window. Here, the same inspector will be considered as a property window. So the properties might be differ. So basically camera is made for some purpose. So all those properties which is related to the camera are visible inside this inspector. These are all the properties. Getting, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So like a directional light have a different property, and these two cubes are having the same property. Okay. So like a mesh, material, props, additional settings, box collider, all these things and all is a common properties between these two cubes. Now, I have selected the main camera. Can you see the sky kind of a feeling, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can see the sky kind of a feeling. Why? Because in the inspector, can you see the camera is rendering the sky box. But now I'm just changing the sky box form into a solid color. And I have selected the background color as a blue. Yellow. So can you see the difference, sir, in the main camera?
Yes.
Here, where I'm just moving my cursor.
Yeah. Correct.
So that means, okay, this is how actual output window will be there. Okay, so now, like if you want to see the output, okay, you have to be simply switch between scene to game and game to scene. But whether you can ask, sir, can we rearrange these windows according to our requirement or not? Or else we have to follow as it is or not, means, yes, we can rearrange this windows placements according to our requirement. Like, can you see in the right corner, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where I'm moving my cursor here.
Yes.
Select 2x3. Now the actual interface is changed, right?
Yes.
All the 5 windows are there, but in a different place. This is the workspace. This is a scene. This is a game. This is a hierarchy. This is a project and the inspector. The same 5 window will be placed in this form, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why I have chosen this format, because whatever the changes I'm doing inside the scene, I can immediately see the changes in the game window. See, I'm just moving this. Can you see, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is moving.
But previously, okay, I have to be switched between scene to game. But now I have changed the whole layout. So I can easily rearrange or design my level or the place my game object. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, like, sir, game window is the actual output window. This particular window will be getting the access only the runtime. Okay, once you guys are want to play and if you are executing, that time only we can interact with the game window. Before that, okay, we can't do anything. We can't interact inside the game window. Okay. Why? Because this is the actual output window. We can't interact now. It will get interact only during the runtime, but in the workspace, but we can place and those changes we can see. Getting, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And now, one thing you have to remember that whenever you guys are creating the new project, first you have to be decide the resolution. Resolution in the sense, okay, you have the plan of developing that particular application or a game for a PC or a mobile or an Xbox or a PS3 or a VR device or something like that. So that particular device has some ratio. Okay, that means the actual square. Width and height will be there now, so that you have to be decided. So basically, as I'm using this thing, can you see, sir? I just adjusted into different resolution. Automatically, the actual output will change. Okay, why I'm asking you to choose in the first place? Because later, once you are placing, and if you're deploying for some other device, so that time it won't get organized by itself. Okay, that time it may go outside of the camera. At that time you can't see the project game object. So all these problems at all will be faced. So that is the reason. First itself, okay, you have to be choose which ratio you want to work on that. Okay, the first ratio. Later, okay, you don't need to arrange. Okay, automatically that will be adjusted based on the device resolution. But first, okay, that is the for one platform. Okay, you are working now. So that device ratio you have to choose. Okay. Like this. If the resolution is not listed here, okay, you can click the plus button and you can add the new resolution like mobile, and here you can mention like 800, 400. Automatically you will get, or you can add the new resolution. This is the actual output resolution. Getting, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so scene window is the workspace, game window is the actual output window, hierarchy window is a place where we can see whatever the objects which we are used inside the game. One major thing is, sir, project contains n number of things. Okay, project contain n number of things, but when you guys are building a game, that means, okay, when you guys are deploying a game, all these assets would be considered. Whatever you have bring inside the hierarchy, only these things will be considered for that particular game. Getting? Okay, so we have n number of things. Okay, so see, you can download 10 different models and you can bring inside the assets. But in the game, you might be using only one model. So this one model you have to be keep inside the hierarchy, and that will be automatically reflect in the scene. So only this model will be considered for that particular game. Okay, it won't be bother about all the 9 different models. So that means if at all, if you are making a game, so you have to be bring inside the hierarchy, then only that will be particular game. Else, it won't be considered. Getting, sir?
Okay.
So even the script also, okay, you have to be bring it inside the hierarchy. Even the sound file, okay, even the visual effects, everything, okay, you have to bring inside the hierarchy. Then only it is possible to execute. It will be related to the game. Else it won't be considered for that particular game. So now we have seen hierarchy, project, inspector, and all. So this is for the play button. So once I click the play button, play maximized. So this is how our actual output will look like. Can you see the output, sir? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is what the output. Okay, so you can place the object and you can see how actually it is looking like within that particular area. So here, how many of you are aware about SRT, scaling, rotation, and transformation? So basically this Unity engine is having lot of physics calculations and mathematical formulas. Hello? Yeah, physics calculations and lot of mathematical formulas like vector algebra, trigonometry, and transformation operation and quaternion operation. Why? Because here everything will be considered in the form of vertex. Why? Because this is the 3-dimensional. So 3-dimensional has three vector. So every object has 3 dimensions like a cube. Can you see the areas, sir, here where I'm moving my cursor now? hand tool,
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
one cross symbol, and one rotation symbol, one scale symbol. So using these tools, you can move. The first one is to move the object. The first tool. The second tool is to move, rotate the object. The third tool is to scale the object. If you want to scale in any one direction, you can scale. So this is how, okay, you can enlarge the character and you can place the character and you can rotate the character. So these things and all is helpful for you to manage your character size and the placement. After that, Control S. This is the play button. Just click the play button. This is how the actual output. So as I mentioned, Unity has lot of platforms. Can you see? Windows, dedicated server, Android, iOS, PS4, PS5, WebGL, Universal Windows Platform, TVS, like we have so many other platforms. Based on your requirement, okay, you can choose only that particular platform dependencies and you can install. Here we have chosen only these many platforms, but still we have so many other platforms. Getting?
Yes.
As I mentioned, okay, so once you done for the PC, okay, immediately, okay, you can choose a different platform like an Android, switch platform, that's it. Now this project will be considered for an Android. So you don't need to worry of writing the same code for the Android thing. Can you see, sir? Sample scene Android Unity project where I'm moving my cursor. Hello?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are all the features of Android Unity. So now again, I'm just moving into Windows switch platform. Can you see, sir? Windows, Mac, Linux.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now like I'm going to add one small effect. So I have selected a cube, component, physics, rigid body. So basically no object will be floating in the air. Okay, so if at all, if you're keeping any object in the air, okay, that will come down based on the gravity and it will reach to the normal surface. Okay, normal ground. After that, okay, it won't go down. Why? Because that is what the normal physics or the nature. So because of the gravity, nothing will be floating in the air. Okay, it has to come down. So let's see. I just selected my cube. I added the rigid body component. So if you are not adding the rigid body component, okay, it won't behave like a real world object. So you can see the difference between this cube and this cube. So I'm just moving slightly. Control S, play button. Can you see? It's falling. It's keep on falling. Can you see? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you see? It's keep on falling. Okay, but you can see whether it's how much far, okay, it will go down. So I'm just adding one plane. Can you see the shadow because of the directional light?
Yes, sir.
I'm just clicking the play button. Can you see, sir?
Yes,
The
sir.
object is,
Yes, yes.
it stopped further on the ground. So like that, okay, you can keep the character and you can implement the scripting, everything. Say scripting, you can select the script folder, right click, create C# script. So this is how the actual script will look like. That will open in the Visual Studio IDE. So here you can code whatever you want, like transform.translate vector 3 dot right into, I'm just trying to move my game object into the right side. So I'm just giving some speed like 1.0f. Like that, you can write a script. Go back. As I mentioned, the script also should be bring inside the hierarchy. So I'm just bringing the script, attaching to this particular cube. So in the inspector, you can see the script is attached. So this cube will move right side. I'm just selecting the play button. The cube is moved very fast. Let's see. Can you see? Can you see, guys? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So like that, okay, we can slowly start coding of different features, and we can implement. But this is the basic. So you don't need to worry much about this interface or the how to use these tools and techniques and all. It will be very easy for us also. So that's what I told. Like there is no degrees. Okay, so we can break all those concepts and we can easily learn, and we can deliver the things according to the upcoming students or the new customer requirements. Getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any doubts, because this won't happen within the 1 hour or 1 day. So you have to really spend a month or 2 or 3 months to understand the whole functionality and the features. So this is just like an introduction of how the software will look like, and how you are going to interact with the tools, techniques, all these things. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have a lot of free tutorials, websites, and lot of free videos are available. By looking that, okay, you can slowly learn the Unity 3D software. Okay, it won't be that much challenge like rocket science or something like that. Okay, you can easily adapt into that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Any doubts? Any doubts in this? Any doubts, sir? No. Because it's already time's up, I guess. It's 11:30. So, hello.
The participants can raise any questions to the research person. All of yours mic is unmuted now.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Very informative session, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Great explanation of theory as well as practical oriented thing.
Yes,
and we have gained much knowledge from your experience. Your experience you have shared within now to us.
Yes,
and I have one important question, sir.
Yes,
supposing that we are working in a wireless environment, that is mobile ad hoc network, means that we are working in a terrain location. There is no supplies available. So with the available supply, I have to work on that. In that case, shall I use the AR and VR so that I can find out the military vehicle easily?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But how long the supply will be there? How about the longevity of the network?
Ma'am, basically, like either you can integrate along with the Unity software. Else. Okay, so that will be always there inside the project, and whenever you need, so you can use those things. Else, if you want on the runtime, so you can keep it in the cloud as in the form of like asset, and you can access it. No, actually, we have a lot of feasibility, ma'am. It is like
in WSN wireless sensor network, how to increase the lifetime of the network, sir? Supposing that I want to work with the AR and VR, how to increase the runtime? I mean, lifetime of the network.
Ma'am, actually, like you don't need internet for that running VR AR application. Also, for the first time when you guys are downloading, okay, so that time, as I mentioned, okay, so you can download all those things in the background, and whenever the requirement comes, okay, you can use it. So it is not necessary
Yeah,
that
yes,
it
yes,
is
sir. This is
24 hours
possible.
of.
Yeah, this is possible only in the case of a building.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I am in the location of terrain where I can't even charge my power in the laptop or iOS or Android after the power goes to zero.
Okay, power. Which power you are talking about, ma'am?
That particular device power, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So basically, like without power, we can't run any device, no, ma'am.
Okay, in that application, I can't use AR and VR, isn't it, sir?
Not only in any cases, like see, if you have a UPS, okay, so that will make you to stay the system for some more time, okay, once the power is gone. But if you don't have that UPS, okay, immediately the system will get switch off, right? So the same how like actually,
is there
I don't know
any
whether-
research available in that location, sir, in that area, sir?
we need to check back, ma'am, okay, because we didn't think in that beyond that what
Yeah.
you are asking. Okay, I know you are asking related to the research perspective,
Research
but
perspective of DRDO.
yeah. Okay, so we will just check and come back to you, ma'am. Okay, so we can share our contact number. Okay, so we may help
Yes,
you in
sir.
the lab.
Can you please?
Because that is what, because we are just implementing the engineering problems in the form of VR AR, but you are just asking something related to the research perspective. So anyway,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so the solution might be there, but we need to identify them. That's
Yeah.
it.
Could you please
Yes,
check
ma'am, yes.
it out and
Yeah,
then
ma'am, definitely.
can you give me a mail ID or something else?
Yes, ma'am.
I am
okay.
Dr. Shankara Gomati of having 22 years experience.
Yeah, that's great, ma'am. Okay, we will share the contact number and the mail IDs, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Any other doubts, sir?
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Indra from GKM College, Chennai side, professor.
Okay, ma'am.
And it's an excellent session and also very clean and clear explanation about the new things. I'm wondering, just this the same syllabus is implemented for multimedia courses for the current ME students of Anna University.
Yes, ma'am, because that's what I see. Like 5 years back, okay, these courses will be run by the institutions like ICAT and Arena, okay, these kind of small institutions, and they were tie up with any famous universities or the deemed universities, okay, and they are selling these courses. But now, after from the past 5 years, okay, because of the mobile technology, okay, everybody were aware about this AR, VR and the gaming technologies and all these softwares. Okay, so now all the students want to learn these technologies. So we can definitely help you to create the course curriculum, and we can implement in the form of multimedia or as an elective paper or any value added course. All those possibilities are there, no?
Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for the organizers and especially Mr. Rashid for the great opportunity. One thing I'm having in a doubt that whether is there any specific tools for individual department they want to learn to implement this VR and MR, or simply some programming and extended knowledge of their own core department will help in
actually
useful
like,
for all the department, no? That's what
yes,
I'm
ma'am.
interested.
Basically, majorly like computer science students are giving the solutions for all the engineering stream. Okay, so engineering stream, okay, they have the problems, but if at all if they want to find a solution means, okay, so they have to come back to us. So as a computer science student, like as a software engineer, okay, so we are giving the solutions in the form of a software. Okay, so in that case, you should be aware about the programming and this Unity knowledge. Okay, so that will be really enough for us to create the VR applications. That's it.
Okay, it's a basic question, and in AutoCAD software, they are using it for civil, mechanical, and the core department of mechanical sciences. It's already an implemented tools, and so many things are happening. Can we take that existing software and this MR technology, and we can go for an interdepartmental or interdisciplinary project? Is it?
Yes, yeah, that will be possible. Okay, because that is how, okay, nowadays, okay, all the colleges are started the concept of project-centric learning, na?
Okay.
Yeah, so they are not only depending or not, they are not only just asking them to work on in the same domain. Okay, so they are just mixing the students between across the different domains and the different departments. So that is how, okay, they are finding the new the new ideas and the creativity things and the lot of solutions which is not able to identify the experts from the industry, all those things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the.
Thanks, Indra ma'am. Thanks, Indra ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any other?
Ajita ma'am, you can ask the question by unmuting your mic. You have asked the question, Ajita Padmanabhan. Sir, the question is, can you tell any AR, VR software to handle classes or create interactive lesson notes?
Okay. So basically, like, okay, these technology are developing now. Okay, these technologies are developing now. So if at all, if you want to implement your sessions in the form of AR, VR, so we have to create it. I think a couple of applications are not related to the actual perspective. Okay, the entertainment perspective or the knowledge gain perspective. Okay, so like the applications which is available in the current market is not into that level. Okay, by the technology, the people are just finding a different solutions. But anyway, like, okay, if you want to make it your the class sessions in the virtual form, yes, we can create it. Okay, we don't have any problem for that. We can create it. Yeah. See, basically, rather than just going to the entire campus by walking, okay, so you can create an actual VR application to just wearing in and sitting in one place to make a VR, the campus tour. Okay, or if you want to access any library books, okay, by wearing the, if you are making such kind of an application, okay, you don't need to be there in the actual place. Okay, by wearing this headset and in the sitting in the ideal place, okay, you can access all those things. So these are all the use cases, okay, where the industry is developing the projects. So once this kind of requirement comes from the industry or the schools or colleges, and all the VR AR companies, okay, they may create a content. Okay, so now it's just a developing, ma'am. Okay, so will be possible maybe like after 2-3 years, or the things of what you are asking also will be possible by a free access, not by paying. Okay, for a free access also will be available. Yeah.
So
Yes.
one second. Your mail ID. Sir, one more question. I have. Is it is applicable for even biotechnology?
Yes, ma'am.
Students.
Biotechnology students also can aware about this technology. Means if some of the problems, if they are not able to find a solution or the way to access easy, okay, so if they are aware about this technology, at least, okay, they can think that problem solving techniques with this technology and they can find a solution. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this technology is not only restricted for the, not only limited for the computer science students. If all the engineering students or all the different stream students are aware about this technology, okay, they can think their problem solving method with this tool. Okay, so definitely they will find a solution rather than just take an example of in the medical field. Okay, as a doctor, okay, who was just got a, so they won't allow him to do a surgery by joining in the first day. Okay, he need a lot of experience. So in that case, so they can create such kind of an applications for him to practice. So he can spend 10 hours of time in that applications to do the same operation multiple times by becoming an expert. After that, okay, he can perform that operation. So like that, lot of places, okay, lot of solutions can be possible to achieve with the help of this AR technology or the VR technology. So, I don't know who's that. Yeah.
That is a problem if you unmute the mic.
Yeah, fine. That's what, sir. So it will be possible, ma'am, if at all, if they are not able to find a solution in their stream with their own tools, and if they know this particular tool or technology, they can think in the different perspective and they can get the solution. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Any other doubts, sir?
Yeah. Any questions from any other participants? The resource person is available. Okay. When I searched for a resource person in this particular domain, Ramesh sir has came forward to present something in this FDP.
Yeah.
The AICTE is still listed this particular domain under one among the trustee areas.
Yes.
As Ramesh sir, as you have told, 5 years back, we didn't have this much of resources.
Yes,
to find information as well as to work with freely available tools such as Unity 3D or some other kind of tools.
Yes.
But still, even after 5 years also, the AICTE has listed ARBI under one among the trust areas. And in order to provide or in order to promote this particular domain, AICTE in turn conducts Atal FDP.
Yes.
So that the faculty members who are working all around the country can also have some kind of knowledge in this particular area. So
Yes.
probably if any of the institutions, especially the engineering institutions across the country, if they also would like to have conduct the session under Atal FDP, probably they may be approaching you, and you have already shared your contact details. Probably you can also present something. I think you will agree this particular thing.
Yes.
But in person, when I searched for a resource person in this particular domain, I searched a lot, and at last Ramesh sir came forward. So I wholeheartedly express my sincere thanks to Ramesh sir as well as his associate RS Rahul from Fusion VR. And definitely we also looking forward to have further assignments, and in order to collaborate with you, definitely we will definitely keep in touch with you, sir, so that
Yes.
we can proceed further. And if no further questions, I think we can close the session.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay, it's a great pleasure for me to got an opportunity to make an awareness session of this latest technologies. Yeah, thank you for all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, what of that?
Yes, I have done it. I mean, to the participants.
Senior Technical Engineer, Fusion VR, and Mr. Ramesh Kumar, Technical Manager, ARK Information Solutions, Chennai, for their elaborate discussions of VR and AR and the practical demo in Unity Game Engine. I would also like to extend my thanks to our director, heads, PCs, and technical team members, colleagues, and participants for the cooperation. Let us wind up this second day session of a 6-day faculty development program on engineering trends in contemporary technologies, and meet you tomorrow for the third session. Please fill out the form before leaving the sessions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Participants, we will also upload all these 6 days FDP videos into our YouTube channel, STC School of Computing